There is a place in the Caribbean that is oh so nice. It's the perfect place to reconnect in paradise. Crystal clear blue water, palm trees, relaxation on island time. It's a place that has a vibe like no other, where you can dance to the rhythm of the steel pans and immerse yourself in rich history and culture. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John. This place is the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm Denella Ri'chard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel. And now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. And now, since everything we know about travel has changed, I invite you to come along with me and rediscover the world. Welcome to the islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, that is. In this episode, I'll be visiting the largest of the islands, St. Croix, which has a vibe like no other. And I'll be reconnecting with paradise in St. Thomas, the most cosmopolitan of the islands. Are you ready to be inspired? Come along with me to the U.S. Virgin Islands. One of the reasons I love visiting the USVI is because U.S. citizens don't need a passport. I decided to take a catamaran cruise with Captain Molly and the crew of Big Beard's Adventure Tours for a fun-filled day of cruising to Buck Island. Buck Island's Turtle Beach was voted one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. I can see why. The water is crystal clear blue and ideal for great snorkeling. If you're a little bit more adventurous, then I highly recommend you venture off into the deeper waters to check out the underwater trail. It's like following a treasure trail. It takes about 15 minutes to follow all the markers, but it's worth it. Seeing the tropical fish and beautiful coral reef. Your reward once you've completed the underwater trail is a cold island cocktail. No catamaran cruise is complete without music and drinks. Captain Molly, thank you for having me out here on the Big Beard Adventure Tour. It's beautiful. It's just absolutely amazing out here.
It is. The Buck Island west side here, the Snorkel Lagoon, is a great place to see a lot of marine wildlife and angelfish, all sorts of different coral. We bring you out here, we teach you to snorkel on the east side at that beautiful beach, and then we bring you out here to have a look around at the barrier reef that we have around Buck Island.
Yes, so what type of fish? I'm excited, I can't wait to get into these deeper waters, and tell me, like, what type of fish or what can I expect to see down there?
Yeah, definitely angelfish. A common fish is blue tang. Many people know the blue tang from Finding Nemo. That was Dory
yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
There'll be schools of those. There might be reef squid. They're really fun. They come in a school. And so they're interesting to see. There might be barracudas.
Oh, wow.
Won't bother you.
Now, I'm told, Molly, though, that when you have rings and things, sometimes diamonds or whatever, that barracuda may be attracted to it. Is that true?
That's true. It's better to take off your jewelry.
Oh, okay. So I'll be taking this off.
Yes. I don't think salt water is the best thing for jewelry anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can't come snorkeling and have on your bling.
Right. Well, you can take it off and then and put it back on.
Okay, I'll be putting mine back on.
Later that night, I headed to the Palms at Pelican Cove for dinner and a show.
Hi, Denella. I'm Steve Shore, one of the owners here at the Palms at Pelican Cove. Welcome to St. Croix. Wednesday nights are very special to us. I'd like to show you around if you've got a moment.
The Palms is a favorite for St. Croix locals and tourists. It's a great place to dine and enjoy live entertainment. I was lucky to be there the night the Mocha Jumbies performed. They were viewed as the symbol of St. Croix's history, culture, and heritage. I had a chance to dance with the Mocha Jumbies, and I had a blast. The night ended with a thrilling performance by the fire dancers. What an amazing experience. A great place to stay in Christiansted is the adults-only Divi Carina Bay Beach Resort and Casino.
Welcome to Divi Carina Bay. My name is Diyal Sandhu, and I'm here to welcome you to our wonderful newly renovated resort.
After a day of sun, fun, or relaxation at St. Croix, you'll look forward to returning to your Caribbean chic, beautiful accommodations. Carina Bay All-Inclusive Beach Resort and Casino, featuring an array of restaurants, bars, entertainment, non-motorized water sports, and so much more. The Galleon Steaks and Seafood Restaurant on St. Croix's East End offers indoor and outdoor waterfront dining. The full bar features unique craft cocktails and a thoughtful wine list. The ambiance is laid back and perfect for socializing over a long meal. The food is absolutely delicious. Upon my arrival in St. Thomas, I heard the sounds of the Steel Pan Band coming from the cruise terminal. There is one thing that I love to do, and that is dance. So I joined in the festive fun. I had a chance to catch up with my good friend and local, Commissioner Joseph Bushulte. So how important is tourism to the local economy and people's livelihood here?
Yeah, tourism is our lifeline. It represents 60% of our GDP. We have people that depend on it, not only for just their business, but their entire quality of life. I know we have generational businesses that have been dealing with tourism for as long as you know, their families have been around, and of course
right.
the offspring, the same thing. So for us, you know, we're blessed to live in a beautiful place, you know, with beautiful assets, the beaches, the scenic hillsides, you know, and of course the best asset that I always say is our people.
Right.
You know, our people have been engaged in tourism for so long that we know tourism well. We understand how to treat people. We understand that it is an expectation that people have when they go on vacation, and
Right.
of course a smiling face and great attitude helps make that trip better. And of course, when you capture your experiences as we do now, via your cell phone or whatever device you have, it also helps when you see people smiling,
Yes.
including your people
Yes.
that come into the island. So tourism is definitely a lifeline. We depend on it all the time. And we were fortunate that we actually reopened our borders to leisure guests June of 2020. So we've been open for a while. So we're a well-oiled
Right.
machine. So
Well,
when
you-
other people are coming back, we are well-oiled. We're ready. All employees out, restaurants open, bars open. So come on down.
Well, congratulations on tourism recovery. And for, a lot of people don't, may not even realize, especially if they're U.S. citizens, do they need a passport to come to the Virgin Islands?
Yeah, no, you don't need a passport to travel to the Virgin Islands. We always let people know that to travel to the VI, you just need a real ID, some sort. If you're a U.S. citizen, if you're an international citizen, the rules apply as they do for much of the U.S. But to travel to the USVI, no passport necessary, and you do not need a COVID test to re-enter the U.S.
Okay.
So much of the Caribbean,
Right.
once you leave the whatever destination you go to, you need to test to go back in, except for the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So that's something that we try to let people know, that when you leave the USVI, at least right now, because we are in a pandemic and COVID,
Right.
and the situation is fluid, but just based on President Biden's order, about 10 days ago, you need a one-day test for international destinations, and of course for the USVI you don't.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. As always, it's great seeing you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Paradise Point is an area that you must visit when in St. Thomas. Sitting 700 feet above the town of Charlotte-Amalie, you'll find the most beautiful panoramic views on the island. Whether you visit by cruise ship or you stay a little longer on the island, this is the place to take the most beautiful photos, and there's even a gondola sky ride. A great chic restaurant to experience on the island is Blue 11.
Hi, I'm Chef David Benjamin. I run Blue 11 restaurant in Yacht Haven Grand. We do tasting menu with a lot of local ingredients.
For a unique upscale Caribbean dining experience in a relaxing atmosphere, look no further than Blue 11. I invited a couple of local friends to join me tonight. Amazing ladies from the Virgin Islands. I got Nicole on one side, Angela on the other side, and we're about to dive into some tuna tartare with a habanero sauce and plantain chip on top, and we even have a coconut shot with melon. So, cheers, cheers. You gonna throw it back? Let's go. Right? Yes. A little bit. All right, let's get to this tuna tartare. Very nice. This is course one of what? 9 and 11? 11. I chose 9. Nicole got 11. Angela? 9. 9 courses. So we got a ways to go because this is just the beginning. Plan to spend a few hours here as you work your way through a variety of land and sea dishes, perfectly paired with fine wines and topped off with dessert. Have you ever dreamed of chartering your own yacht? I know I have. Let's find out why the USVI is one of the world's finest luxury yacht charter destinations.
I'm Oriel Blake and the Executive Director of the Virgin Islands Professional Charter Association, known here in the USVI as VIPCA. We've got a really interesting story in the USVI very recently. We actually, as has lots of the world, been hit by a number of natural disasters recently. So one of them was in 2017 with hurricanes, but we came back, we boomed back. We had federal money for infrastructure, survival and support, and the yachting industry just took advantage of the fact that the rest of the Caribbean was perhaps a little bit more bruised, and we really prospered by building up marinas, building up mooring buoy fields, and then since the pandemic, the governor's been incredibly supportive. We've ended up with the seaports remaining open, and what has resulted is that charter vessel owners have decided to base their businesses here. We have incredible marinas to start your destination charter operation from, with a no passport required flight to the USVI, a short taxi from the airport. You can hop right on board from the marina I am standing in here, Yacht Haven Grand, which happens to be 4th-time winner Super Yacht Marina in the world of the year, and set sail. 7 days, you can cover a lot of ground. If you are ready to have an amazing opportunity of a lifetime, forget the cruise ships. You can have your own exclusive mini excursion on board a customizable boutique charter vessel where you have your own captain, your own chef. Please come and charter in the US Virgin Islands. It's yours to be discovered, and welcome to the USVI.
Margaritaville Vacation Club by Wyndham is located on the eastern side of St. Thomas, along the soft sands of Water Bay. This is a great resort for families and Jimmy Buffett parrot heads. The laid-back atmosphere offers a perfect vacation getaway. There's a variety of restaurants and a variety of accommodations. Studios, 1- and 2-bedroom suites. And the suites even come with a Margaritaville frozen concoction maker. As the saying goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So why not enjoy a cold one on the beach at Margaritaville Vacation Club by Wyndham. I caught up with reggae musician Pressure to find out a little bit more about this place he calls home.
Let me ask you, what inspires you and your music choices?
Well, life itself, I speak a lot about social issues happening in the community, politics, just reality, anything that really can elevate people and help them to get through the day, There's so much things happening right now around the world, and people just need love somehow. And I figure like through music, it's very important, because people listen to music every day, so if I could insert something positive into somebody's life, it done something for me.
Yesterday I was out on the boat in St. John with some friends, and we were listening to one of your songs, Virgin Islands Nice,
yes.
Right? I mean, we were just vibing to the music and having a great time. But what inspired you to make that song?
Yeah, that song is very dear to my heart. It was a time when, a lot of people born and raised in St. Thomas and in the Virgin Islands that moved away to the mainland, and they found great opportunities in the mainland and stuff, but I felt like a lot of people were forgetting about the true paradise of the island and what we really have, knowing that so many people vacate here, and we were born and raised here, so I just wanted to remind my people and kind of restore the pride in them, and sing that song so that people could feel good about themselves again. No matter what was happening in the world, like we came from paradise, we came from a place that people only wish they could wake up one morning and be here, So something to be grateful for. So I really felt like I needed to complete that and bring it to the masses.
Definitely, it really is like an anthem of pride for your people that are from here, for sure. And in terms of like the younger generation, because like you said, you're from these amazing, beautiful islands, but so many people, like you say, they leave the islands. So what can you do, or through your music, for the next generation, not only to inspire them, but to motivate them to stay?
I mean, you just have to make provisions for the youth, a lot of children right now, they love music. They want to get into the music industry. You know what I mean? They need to see people who have become successful around them so that they could see that there's hope in it also. You know, and me growing up, I didn't have much of that, especially in the genre of music I'm doing. I'm from an island that's very calypso and soca dominated. So me doing reggae music, there wasn't much that came before me that were very successful, other than, you know, we had local calypso artists that were very, very huge, Friday, Jam Band, you know, and others as well. But for me, I felt like I had to make a mark and come back home so that my home and my family could be able to touch and say, yes, he's a child of the soil. You know, he came from us. He went ahead and did great things, and now he's back, and the younger generation can learn from that. You know, we who are children of the soil, you know, we go ahead to college and we get our college diplomas and we get all the education, and I feel like we should try to come back home and instill that education in the future generations to kind of bring a more fruitful Virgin Islands, you know. And I think that's what's happening right now. A lot of support and help from Virgin Islanders, home and abroad, you know, really looking towards home as this is the future. And it's a real good look. I'm so proud to be from the Virgin Islands.
Yes, you should be. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So when people are coming from all over the world to visit the Virgin Islands, if there was one thing you wanted to tell them to do when they come here?
You have to visit our local beaches. You know, my most favorite beach on the island is Koki Beach. You know, it's a local beach. It's where the tourists and the locals come together. You know, there are other beaches like Megan's Bay that is very beautiful. It's very tourist oriented. But the Koki Beach is like locals, tourists come together. You get the local foods, you know, it's just lovely vibes, local music. You get to really get that VI inspiration here on the island, that VI culture vibes, you know, and on St. Croix as well. But, you know, I'm born and raised in St. Thomas, so Koki Point Beach is the place to go for me. And, you know, you venture off and you find your own place, but yeah, Koki Beach.
All right, Koki Beach it is. Well, it's been nice meeting you, Pressure.
Same here. Much love.
Thank you.
Much love. Thank you for having me.
Bye for now. I'm off to my next destination.
All right, so this is our last day in VI. Here we got a drop. Denelle is still working. Look, she's still traveling with it.
We ain't done just yet.
Almost.
We're in the final hour.